We are Hawkenberry Football Club. We are joint managers. I'm Pete Mangtalo.
I'm Andrew Best.
We currently play in the SEVEOAKS Premier League, which I think the SEVEOAKS League runs 5 divisions?
5 divisions.
Five divisions, so we are in the top division. The club was initially formed in 1917 and we celebrated our centenary 5 years ago. Then they took a break, obviously, for Second World War and reformed, I believe, the late 40s. And that was reformed by a group of brothers called the Stringers, who set the club up and kept it going to where we are now.
So the club moved from the Tunbridge League to the SEVEOAKS District League in 2016-17. I believe started in Division 3 and we've worked our way up to the Premier where we're currently 4th. So the first round was Penshurst. We won 3-0 in a pretty average game for us. I think they're a division below, so it was just getting through really. We moved on to Nomads in the next round. They're in our division. We won the game 6-3 in quite an open match. Moved on to Orpington in the quarter-final, who are 2 divisions above us in the County League. After a tough game, which finished 1-1 after extra time, we went to penalties and overcame them 4-1. And the semi-final was away to Halstead, who again are a County League, 2 divisions above us. And we, from 1-0 down, came back to overturn that and win it 2-1.
Season so far for us hasn't gone too bad. We've brought in 8 new players this season, which we thought would take a bit of time to bed in. It hasn't. We've been a little bit up and down in the league, but we've suffered some quite horrendous injuries during that period. But cup-wise, we've obviously got this cup final against West Kingsdown. We've got a second cup final in May, and we've still got another semi-final to sort out. So in theory, we could end up playing in 3 cup finals in one season and finish top half of the league, which I think we'd have settled for at the start.
We would have.
Yeah. We'll start with a beast in goal. Fen Hogan has been unbelievable this season, pulled off unbelievable save in the penalty shootout against Orpington, which everyone thought was going in the top corner. He's certainly one to watch.
Yep, I'll have to follow that up with George Gilly, our playmaker. Very good player, very good technically, makes things happen for us. We've got
three wide men actually vying for 2 places. We've got Jason, Joe and Reese, all of them perfectly good enough to play in this team. And then our out and out centre forward Jules or Julius can bang in goals 6 yards out, 30 yards out.
Our opponents, they're tough physically, competitive. We had a couple of close games with them last season in the league where we won 2-1 and lost 1-0. We also had a pre-season game prior to that season starting with them, which was abandoned in the 70th minute due to a few players getting a bit hot-headed.
Yeah, quite irate, I think.
Quite irate, over a late tackle from one of our players.
Yeah, so they're a tough team. They've done incredibly well going into the County League. I think, well, what's the record? 17 games.
They haven't lost, have they?
They haven't lost a game, so we go in as complete underdogs. We know that. But we just want to put up a good fight and a good showing for everyone that comes and watches. What we talk about rivalry, what we didn't say, in the squad of 16 players that we've got, 4 of them decided to leave about 3 years ago and join APM Rangers, which are West Kingsdown secretary, I believe, started and formed, but they decided to come back to us. Whether that had any bearing on the 2 games we played against them last year, because those games were brutal, absolutely brutal. I think Vinnie Jones and Roy Keane would have walked off. They'd have pushed it out of it. Simply, it was such a battle out there. But we're expecting exactly the same sort of treatment on Friday. So there's a little bit of rivalry there, and I'm sure the 4 players that came back want to do themselves justice as well. Predictions.
A close game, competed well. 1-0 Hawkenbury win.
Yeah, it could be. Could even go as far as penalties. And if it does, I fancy us in penalties. Because Fenn the Beast is just an unbelievable keeper. But let's just hope that both teams finish with 11 players on the pitch.
I'm Bob Shaw. I'm the club secretary and treasurer. Currently play in the Kent County League in Division 3 Central and East. The club was formed very recently in 2020. The reason the club was formed was we broke away from Kingsdown races to create our own club. Started with the 2 teams in the Premier and Div 3. After the first season, it was decided that we wanted to push the first team forward. So we went to the Kent County League, asked if we could be accepted into it. We were interviewed and were accepted, and currently are in Division 3, and we kept our reserve team that remained in the SEVEOAKS League, but in Division 2. So currently the team are sitting top of the Kent County Division 3 Central and East. We've played 17 games so far. We've won 16 and only drawn 1. So we're having a really good season in the league. As I said, we're in the SEVEOAKS Charity Cup final. But we're also in the Les Lecky Cup final, which is the Kent County Divisional Cup, which is Division 2 and Division 3. That final is to be played on the 21st of May. And we're playing against Hawkenbury, who are a Division 2 side. Okay, this season the squad has got stronger, and the strength has obviously proved in our results. Where have we got our strengths? Throughout the team. We have a good goalkeeper and a good young backup goalkeeper as well, Calvin Campbell and Joe Leslie. Our back line is very strong, very skillful, good in the air, good on the deck. All the players that play at the back, going from Henry Goodwin, who's our captain, to Ryan Rogers, Luke Smoker and Luke Martin, all very strong defenders. We have some very talented players as well, vis-a-vis with the ball at their feet. They can turn teams inside out, the likes of Georgie Williams, Josh Brissenden. When they go for it, they'll go for it, and it makes it difficult for the opposition. But also up top, we've got, I think, one of the best strikers in the league. A young guy, Tommy Smith, gives you 110% every game, and gets us goals. He's our top scorer. I think he's top scorer in the division as well. I think he's got 23, maybe 24 goals this season. So he's a handful for any team, no matter what division they're in. He's a handful. He's supported well by Jordan Reynolds, who plays up top with him. But there's other players in the squad, you know, that all do their job. You know, I've just given a few names there of some of the key players, but there is a squad of 20 odd players, which makes it difficult to choose a 16 on the match day as well. Hawkenbury. We played them a couple of seasons ago. Last season. Couple of fixtures which were tough battles. They come across as a very competitive team. Couple of players that seem to be able to control the game when needed. Quite physical side. So I'd imagine that on Friday in the cup final, again that physicality will come through. But I think we'll be able to compete with that. We have guys that are strong as well, so it'll make it interesting. Yeah, it'd be tough. I think the they're a club that's been around for a while, so I think their squad's potentially quite strong in knowing each other, so they know how each other plays, which is always a benefit. You know, if you're bringing new players in, it's sometimes difficult for them to settle in the team. But I think they're reasonably strong. I see they'll be having quite a good season in the Premier Division of the SEVEOAKS League. So I think it'll be a tough game. I think both teams will give each other respect. And on the day, obviously, there's going to be one winner. Hopefully us. Okay, there's another element that comes into the match as well, because there's 4 players at least, I think, that will be in the Hawkenbury team. But in fact, used to play for me for APM Rangers a couple of seasons, 3 seasons back. So those guys are going to be in the squad, and they're going to want to win. They're going to want to beat me. They're going to want to beat West Kingsdown. And I think that'll give it that little bit of spice, bit of meat. The games we had when we did play in the SEVEOAKS League were spicy games. Because I think there is that little, it's like when you do play against a team you've played for before, you always want to give them that bit of edge and you want to beat them. And I think that's the mentality that's in there. They certainly want to do that. But likewise, you know, we've got players in our team that played with them that obviously won't want to give them an inch. So there's going to be that edge. Will there be any bookings? Yeah, I reckon there'll be a few bookings, definitely. Because there's going to be people putting in tackles. People want to win the ball. People want to show them how good and bad they are. So I think it'll be, a good game. Predicting the result of this game. If I go hand on heart, the way West Kingsdown has been playing this season, I'm going for 2-0 to West Kingsdown. Straight and easy. I think we're strong at the back. We've got the support in our midfield to help that. And we've got the forward strength and power that can nick us the goals. And I'm going for a 2-0 to West Kingsdown.
Good luck, boys.
That's a deal with Spencer and Johnson. That
there you go, mate.
Have to continue with Luke to be successful here, because more and more.
This will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use, or do my bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I
Sit down. 3 hours. Sit down.
Jules loves
Who else will
that.
wait? Where's always Ben? Who's extra plate? Ben
Extra pay.
Need some wind.
nothing left to lose, or you play nice and then lose. You understand.
But also,
Put me upside down, yeah. Can you give me?
That man there.
We're playing like we're the SEVEOAKS fucking league team. I've never seen it so fucking bad. AJ, do me a favour, yeah? Don't fucking pull out of anything. Don't fucking bottle nothing. Do your game. Your game. You get that fucking ball. You attack that fucking fullback. That's your game. I was sitting before the game and the quickest fucking player here. You're the quickest. Exactly. Listen, do me a favour, AJ. Come and meet the ball. Come, don't stand and wait for the ball. Come and meet. Come and meet.
You just got to stand out there. You're not doing nothing out there. We've got the ball on the left. Come and
fucking cycle the
Hey,
ball.
like, when I said it, why don't we go at you? All we're trying to say is to you, I know Ruby likes winning the headers, and he's probably one of the better ones at winning headers. But sometimes he's coming right out the fucking middle, leaving a man spare just to get your man you can maybe get.
Boys.
I'm not saying it personally, yeah?
Boys,
Just track that man.
listen to me quickly, yeah? See their number 8, I think he is. He's probably their best player, but he's shit.
We're letting him have the
right?
ball.
And I'll tell you that now, he's looking like he's the best player out there. Every time he's got that ball, He's not got one player around him. Not one. Not one fucking player.
Firstly, well done. They know they're in a game now, don't they? All of a sudden they realised actually this ain't going to be the walkover we thought. 10 minutes in, their bench are arguing with the back four are arguing back with the bench, and then with the midfielders. You're rattling them, you're winding them up. Who's had the best chances in that game? Us. Exactly. Who's had the best chances? Hard and low, across box. That's all we've ever seen. We get one across, you don't score from it. Alright? We don't score from it. But you've got to keep going. There's a couple of you that need to have a little look at yourselves and think, actually, I can give a little bit more out here. We're getting a little bit caught out of position. 19, Jaws. That's the one you stick with, because he's the one that's finding space from throw-ons. He's the one that's taking free kicks, but then he's just wandering into space. 19. 19.
Eight's the one that's dropping really deep.
That's when Ben and Jacob then got to pick the other two up.
Jacob, you take 8.
So it's not hard, is it?
I'll take the 10.
It's not hard. As long as you know, now you know. That's your man, that's your man.
Just communicate it.
It's all about fucking talk, and we've been doing a lot of that. Don't get caught too far up. When we said back line like that, but what we're playing is a back line like that with you up here somewhere. And I know that bloke's cheating. He's cheating between you and Jason, and you've answered me back once. Don't do it again, because I told you, stay up, and you went, well, what about him? And what do they do? Kick it straight out and we get a throw on.
I start warming up, Chaz. Keep talking about.
On throw-ons, you've got to vary it, boys. You cannot always go f***ing as far as I can. Last third, or our third, midfield third, work the f***ing line. All of a sudden, we decide to throw it inside, Ben miscontrols it, and they're f***ing straight through on the attack.
Where's Kingsdown? Kingsdown! Come on, Kingsdown! Come on, Kingsdown!
Switch on! Nice, go again!
Hawkenberry!
Switch on!
You ready, steady? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Boys.
If I may just say a thank you to Tunbridge Wells for hosting the Cup final this afternoon. Derek Hodge, our lifetime president, will be making the presentations. And Paul, if you'd like to bring your team over, please. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. And if we may have our runners up today, Hawkenbury Football Club. Thank you. Come on, guys. Yeah, that's it. That's next year.
Yeah, they've got 500 walls parked up outside.
May have our victors team, West Kingsdown Football Club.
foremost, I'd like to congratulate you both for what an absolutely tremendous games. Tell us, what was your thoughts and opinions on it?
From my perspective, tough, hard. I think the pitch kind of dictated the game. It's a bit bobbly, so it just took our football, from our perspective, our football out of it a bit. But it was a battle, a battle had to be won. One opening, I think, really. The ball through to our winger, got in, stuck it in, and that was the decider. I think it was that tight. There weren't a lot of chances in the game. It was just that one chance, really. I think.
I kind of agree with Bob here. I think it was a close game. We competed well by both sides, as we expected. And yeah, the goal did the surface probably helped it on its way in, maybe. But I think both teams had a couple of chances, and they put one of theirs away. We didn't take ours, and they're deserved winners. So well played.
Yeah. Cheers. All the best for the rest of the season, anyway.
Take care, mate.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thank you.